I also want to talk to you guys about my budget in Thailand, and if I stop making videos, am I going to be able to do the things I want to do or even stay in Thailand? What about my mom, you know? If you're considering making YouTube videos, these are some of the things that you have to deal with. I make money on YouTube, and it's pretty much, so if I didn't make videos on YouTube, no, I wouldn't be able to travel like I do. Well, good morning, awesome, beautiful people. Chuck here in Udon Thani. Another successful visit here with mom, playing golf, hanging out with some friends. Today's video, I want to talk to you about my continuation of making videos on YouTube. Why did I do it anyway? Can I financially be able to stay in Thailand if I don't keep creating content on YouTube? Yeah, what the future holds. Good morning. Hey y'all, Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad, and this is my beautiful wife of 15 years, Paige. We downsized, saved, and liquidated to quit our lifestyle in America of living for things to a life of wherever it might take us. We moved to Thailand November of 2016. We currently live Thai style on the Mekong River in a town called ThatPhanom in the province of NakhonPhanom. This is my wonderful Thai family. Every day for us is an adventure, and we spend most of our time exploring and living for the moment. We know nothing lasts forever, and we try to enjoy every new day we have. I don't have time for things that really don't matter in my life, so there you have it. No time to be sad. I must have just got here from the bus. It's time for me to go home. Yeah. Had a good stay again here as usual at the Old Inn. Had some loud guests though in the past couple days that I was here, kind of coming in late. One guy got like violently sick in his room, probably overdid it on the alcohol, which is easy to do, I guess, if you have no switch. Okay, everybody's very polite here. Thank you. We had a little cold front come in. It's now 33 degrees instead of 36. Paige said a little cold front was coming in and it stormed pretty bad. Maybe it's a little cooler in ThatPhanom. I also want to talk to you guys about my budget in Thailand. And if I stop making videos, am I going to be able to do the things I want to do or even stay in Thailand? What about my mom, you know? Before I talk about this, I know you guys are gonna say, a lot of you is, don't worry about what other people think or what other people say. Just keep continuing to do what you do and move forward. And yes, that is exactly what I'm doing. But the thing is when you share your life on the internet, you know, there is some accountability for the things that you do or the things that you say. And the way that people will criticize you or I guess just make derogatory comments, which is really nothing. You know, I've had a couple people confront me to my face, which was kind of entertaining, not in a violent way, but in a more of a childish way. But as you guys' friend and somebody that's been sharing my journey since I got here 9 years ago, I feel like sometimes I need to talk about, my credibility. Just basically who I am as a person that you're following, I make money on YouTube. It's foolish to think that somebody doesn't make money on YouTube unless they just have a non-monetized channel. And some people do, they have sponsors. And, if it's non-monetized, it means they're probably not making money anyway, or the content that they're displaying cannot be monetized. So YouTube is a business. Like, if you're going to take up their space on their platform, they want to be able to make money off of you. So, it's all about money with YouTube. So even if you don't monetize your video, YouTube still puts ads on your videos. YouTube's still going to make money on your YouTube. Now, if there's something derogatory and they have no use for it, they're not going to promote it. And then they'll probably, if it's edgy, they just won't promote it. If it's over, the limit, they'll give you warnings and they'll shut your channel down. So most people that are on YouTube, their main intent is to somehow make some kind of money eventually. So that being said, it's strange that people are so concerned about somebody making money on the internet. Like it's a weird thing for, you're just doing it for money. Well, so what? And what does that mean? People do things for money. So if I know where I come from, a lot of people who have successful lives and retire find themselves with nothing to do in their life, and maybe go work as a cashier, a greeter, maybe sell cars, something to be social, something to do. Do they need the money to do that? It's not about that. It's not about the money. Are they going to go work at Walmart and greet people for free? I don't think so. I think they're going to do it because they want to do it. And, any little extra money that you have coming in, I'm just trying to make, my common sense. And the reality is I have a lot of people that concern their problems with me about why I make YouTube videos or why am I here making money. And I find it like, either you live in a very socialist country and you don't participate in the process at all, you've never made money in your life, you don't understand finance, or you're like 10 years old. I don't quite understand the problem. So a lot of people, friends of mine, they want to try to make a YouTube channel, or they're considering making a YouTube channel. And I always ask why. Why do you want to do that? What is your intention of making YouTube? And most all of them say, well, I just want to have a catalog of the things I do. I want to show stuff. I want to, this or that. None of them say, well, I want to make money on YouTube. People that want to make money on YouTube usually know how to make money. They have some kind of background in video, creating content, or they have something to talk about in their experiences in life that people want to hear, or they're a likable person, or I don't know, there's some kind of character, or the people that are in their lives people want to see. People like to follow other people's lives. They're curious, and that's why people make videos. You can make good money on YouTube. I don't. If you make over 20,000 views plus on a video, you could make probably a couple $100 on a video. That's pretty good money, I think, wherever you're at, But most people don't make videos every single day anyway. But there are some content creators that are really, really good, really professional content. They go the extra mile to get the information, they do the B-roll, they put in the work, and they deserve to have the income because that's what they want to do. That's like their job. I think if whatever somebody does in their life, if it's cleaning toilet bowls or washing dishes, or you're an accountant, I think you should be the best at whatever you do, you know. But for me, I don't really make that much money on YouTube, first off. And I'm not the type of person where I've got to go out and say, well, I've made this money, look at me, and I've donated my money to this, and I give my money here, and I don't really need the money. You know, I don't need to prove anything. And today's content is not about me proving anything. I'm talking about the fact that, can I survive in Thailand without making YouTube videos? Why do I even do it, you know? I've had this question asked quite a few times. A lot of it comes with like another YouTuber. Oh, well, this person does this, and you do this probably because you're a loser, you know. When they say, I'm not going to share the names or stuff or the whole complete comment, but I feel like when they're doing this, like they're wearing one of those little pink and white skirts that look like a curtain, and they have a pom-pom, and they're practicing what they're going to write down, you know, over and over again, and then until they finally get the balls to type it down on the page. I don't understand. You know, you come. You know, so I make videos sharing my life, sharing content to the world, sharing my mother's journey for people her age that might not want to give up on their life and continue to enjoy the last quarter of their life. You know, I put myself out there for that. I don't sit in my house and watch other people and complain about what they do or criticize people what they do. Everybody does what they want to do because that's what they want to do. I don't understand why people got to criticize other people, you know? No matter what I mean, they're not harming you. They're not doing anything. So it's like it's a childish, like, I want to say jealousy, but I don't know. I think it's stupidity more than jealousy. I mean, if you're jealous means that, you know, you wish you could do what I could do, but you can't do it, you know, but I don't think that's the case. I think the case is that you have nothing else. These people have nothing else to do in their life, so they go like it's a big soap opera of YouTubers, and they pick their team, and this is my team and you suck. You know, it's a weird world. If you're considering making YouTube videos, these are some of the things that you have to deal with, and you just kind of got to brush it off. It's like these people aren't even real, first off. They must be like 10 years old. They have to be. Because how do you work an entire life and be able to financially be responsible for yourself and retire, and go on the internet and worry about, I mean, do these people, do they go like to the pharmacy back home and they ask the cashier, why do you do this? Why do you make money? How much money do you make? You know, the security guard who is a retired police officer who needs something to do and puts his life on the line, goes back out and gets it. Why do you do that? What do you make money? I mean, it's weird. It's weird. So I make money on YouTube, and it's pretty much a negative. The money that it costs to drive around Thailand, to pay for hotels, to share the food or this and that, you know, it costs money. So would I do this without YouTube? Of course I would. Not at this level. I'll explain in a minute. But, you know, I was going to spend that money anyway on that stuff, you know, but YouTube wants to charge me taxes for making what little money I make on that video. Well, the little things that are in that content weren't free. So all I'm doing is like showing my everyday life. I'm not sitting in my room with a microphone in front of me talking shit about other people, you know. There's cost involved in what you do, just like any business. But I think these people these 10-year-old cheerleaders, they don't understand cost of doing business because they have no idea. Maybe they live in a socialist society and everything is handed to them, or they live at their house with their parents. So they don't quite understand the concept of that. So if I didn't make videos on YouTube, no, I wouldn't be able to travel like I do. I had a budget when I came here, depending on the fact that I would never collect Social Security in my life. That's how I kind of planned it. I'm not a what if person, what if it runs out or this and that, but that's what I did. So I had a budget with some stuff built in for catastrophes, this and that. Whatever my budget was, I was going to try to spend half of that every month until I got my Social Security. Then maybe I spend more. I don't know what my thinking was. Just every now and then, me and Paige would take a trip, maybe once a month. Now, we had some thoughts before we retired on how we would spend our retirement life here in Thailand. So I would learn some culture, speak some Thai, enjoy the family, and then me and Paige would take off and do a little trip once a month. I didn't even know I was going to buy a vehicle. I thought maybe I didn't know what to do on that issue. But, and that's what I did when I pretty much got here. I didn't make videos every day. I think I made like 2 or 3 a week, something like that. Of course, they weren't making any money at all. I think I may have made $100 every couple of weeks every couple of months, something like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But as I was being retired and found myself like really, really bored and kind of like a state of what the hell is going on? I don't understand anything. I needed something to pull me back in Thailand. And the YouTube did it for me. And I didn't do it for attention. At first, I didn't do it for attention. I'm not really an attention grabber anyway. But after I gained like about 4,000 subscribers, which was like, holy crap, that is a lot of people that are interested in seeing my journey through Thailand as as an American, I guess. I didn't really quite know what to think about it, But I started to realize that I was helping people, and I really enjoy helping people. And it was something new to me. It was a new experience. It kept me busy, kept me occupied. And then, we started traveling a little bit more. And it wasn't because I was making any more money. It's just I wanted to show Thailand, because now all of a sudden I had an audience. I had something a little bit more than me and Paige just go sitting by the beach. I had something that I could do. I had some other meaning in my life. So as the channel grew and I started meeting these people that started to go on the same journey as I did, and them telling me how watching me and other people like me motivated them to be able to see what's behind door number 2, basically, A lot of people are afraid to jump ship. They don't know how deep the water is, So if somebody's in there, they can say, oh, okay, it's safe. And that's basically what I'm doing, is I'm just sharing my everyday life in Thailand. I've gotten really efficient at it, so I'm really good at making videos every day, and it's not really anything, and it's really kind of silly, and I don't have much to say most of the time. I'm just sharing my thoughts of the moment and what's going on. I have a lot of things going on in my life right now. I got my mom here. I've got a few friends that we like to travel with, and they're fun to be on the video. And it's just a fun thing for me to do, is to create this content and share it with people. I probably met 10 people in Udon Thani that love the channel, watch the channel. Half of them said that they wake up in the morning and they watch, it's a ritual for them to watch the video. And I appreciate that. It makes me feel good. It makes me continue to, to keep wanting to do this, even though I have other YouTubers and their cheerleading squad trying to figure out why, I guess basically trying to make me as a derelict. And I don't understand because, okay, so what if that was the case? I had no money and I'm making YouTube videos to live in Thailand. Like, what the hell is the problem with that? Like, why? Like, somebody, please, if you guys are in here and you're the ones that are talking trash, explain to me why a grown-ass man does something on the internet and Google uses their videos to post their advertisers, and then they give you a portion of that money. Why is that what is the problem with that? Explain that to me, because I'm really stupid. Like, I don't understand why if somebody's on the internet going, send me $1, and somebody sends them $1 and they make millions of dollars just for nothing, don't you think that's pretty cool? I think that, you know, but you consider it as like a street bum, like I'm a street bum holding a sign up saying, please give me money, I'm broke. That's how people have, you know, pretty much said how I am on the internet, like I'm an e-beggar. I started a Patreon account a long time ago, and I put it up there and I got a lot of shit for it, and I took it down. Because I was, you know, it bothered me what people thought, you know. I don't know why. I guess I just thought maybe they would go away, but it's not going to go away. And then one time somebody came and they met me at my home, and they said, I was a Patreon, but you took it down. And I explained to them why. Because, you know, you do a lot for people. You donate. We see what you do with the kids, with the community, and you provide us content and entertainment every single day. And we don't know why you do it, but we would, you know, we want to contribute to the only reason why we do it is we want to contribute and can hope that you continue to keep doing this because we enjoy it. And you're giving us that, but you're not allowing us to give back to you. And a few other words that really made sense to me. And the Patreon's not a lot of money anyway, but it's the thought that is really important to me, you know. And then so I also have a private members only channel. And I did this, and I'm going to tell you guys the honest to God truth about why I did it. And the reason why I did it was I was going to try to get away from making so many like public videos. And I wanted to go kind of private. And I just thought I would test the water. And I haven't really decided I'm not going to do that anymore. And I do post members only videos, but basically they're just me talking about some behind the scenes stuff, maybe some videos or something with some copyright music or something. It's non-monetized, but here's the thing, YouTube won't allow me to create a members only channel for free because that's a company that needs to make money to continue to be a company. So they say you have to charge, I think it's a minimum of like $3 to have a member. And you can have tiers if you want to, and you can offer these tiers, and if people feel like they want to pay more, and you can offer some extra added benefits for that, then you can create a tier. So I did. So YouTube, like if it's $3, I get like $1, okay? Like that's no money. But it allows me to create a platform with just my friends, you know what I mean? Because nobody's gonna spend $3 to watch me, right? So I thought, man, I'm gonna do this members only, and then maybe I could just get, if I could just get like 1,000 people to watch the videos, and I could collect like $800 or something like that a month, that would be pretty cool, and just make some private videos. And the goal is not really about the money, but I like to create content with some good music and not worry so much about stuff. And I can do that on the members only platform. You're limited now. You can't just show like you know, really bad stuff. They won't allow that no matter what. But that was a thought. It was like, you know, I'm just maybe I can just get a lot of the people that really watch the channel just to do that. But I have never put that out there or said that, or can you please do this or that. I just, I create some members only videos, and if you guys are interested in behind the scenes, that's what I got. If you don't want to watch, it doesn't matter. I make a video every single day anyway. But I've had a lot of people say, I'm unsubscribing you because you're doing that. Like, a lot of people. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? So, if somebody's making money, that's a bad thing. Again, I don't understand what the problem is. If you got somebody on the internet that you like, why do you not like the fact that he's making money? Like, you think that's the only reason why? I'm a fake person, I only want you to watch it so I can make money on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, the money motivates anybody on YouTube, and it allows me to travel a lot more and extend my budget quite a bit. So I'm not going to lie to you and say that the money, yeah, it's pretty much a wash because I travel, but that money allows me to travel even more. So it allows me to show you guys more of Thailand, a lot of things, and it makes me happy that I'm making some money to be able to do that. Like when I do my taxes in America, because that's who I'm obligated to pay taxes, because the money goes to America and never comes here anyway. I don't need to get into my finances again, but we have money over here to live a long time. I brought a lot of money over here. Actually, I brought a lot of money over here when Obama was president, and it was like $29. It sucked. And I brought quite a bit of money over then. And then when it got up to like 38 one time, I put a lot over here. So I don't really need that money. Doesn't really come into Thailand anyway, but if it did, and that's how I'm living on here, who gives a shit, If I didn't have the 800,000 baht in the account, I would have to, make deposits over here and do it that way. So basically, I'm not really working. I'm just sharing Thailand. I'm not promoting anything for you to I'm not selling merchandise. I'm not asking you to buy anything from me. All I'm doing is like sharing like a Facebook post, but on a bigger platform, and people, and I can upload like a 30-40 minute video for people to watch my daily life. I know I'm talking a lot, but I want everybody to be very clear about why people make YouTube videos, why I'm making videos, this and that. And I've said a lot of this before in different context, different videos. I've said bits and pieces about this. But I make videos every day. I started making videos every day because people were giving me so much crap about, oh, you're working in Thailand, I'm going to get you removed. So I was like, okay, well, I want to see that. Like, I want you to do, like, I want you to show somebody like I'm actually working, like I have a business over here. Hell, all of the damn people in immigration at that time, they're new now, they were all subscribers to my channel, I mean, it's like, do I need to have a permit to make a Facebook post? You can make money on Facebook, I mean, if you're a day trader and you're making money trading stocks, and your money goes into a portfolio in America, does that mean you got to pay taxes in Thailand for that? It's stupid, I mean, if you're living over here off of real estate and the money that you have to show your income is real estate, I guess that's different, But if you're paying tax in America, then you're not going to get double taxed here in Thailand. I'm not a tax expert, but let's wait and see. Time will only tell what's going to happen. My battery died. I think the camera got a little too hot on the dash, or maybe I'm just talking too much. But anyway, I don't want to talk about the tax and stuff. A lot of people create content that's kind of dramatized because they want you to watch the video. People love drama. they want a dramatic, they want something like a title that's attractive. You guys are professional YouTube watchers. You know what the titles are. You know, some of them are a little crazy, way out there that doesn't have anything in the video about that was in the title. You know, that's annoying. I know. Actually, you can't do that. Like YouTube doesn't allow clickbait. So, but my video titles are usually something about what's in the video. And maybe sometimes people don't watch the whole video and they don't really know what I'm talking about in the title. And they assume it's clickbait or something. But I would love to just put today's video as a good time in Udon heading back to ThatPhanom. You know, I don't have the kind of viewers that would watch that, so you know, I have to make a title that says something drastic, like you know, I'm not going to make videos anymore because you know, and I have to stop, and will I be able to afford to live here type thing, you know, and people would be interested on knowing why. And you have to do that. Like, you can't have a pizza shop with an ugly pizza on the menu. It has to be something, oh, that looks really good, let me eat that, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's a different story. The clickbait comments are annoying sometimes too. Talking about it actually helps, you know. A lot of my friends are making videos too. Gives them something to do. It gives them a way, you know, sometimes we don't have a lot of people to talk to out here. So just, you know, it helps to be able to share your experience and talk on the internet and go back and forth on the comments. The people I meet are, like, most everybody are awesome people. Most everybody that comments is great. I think we have a wonderful community in our comment section. But I think a lot of people don't want to make videos because of these 10-year-old cheerleaders. You know, they're worried about what they think. And or there's other YouTubers that have this persona, like they're not really who they are. So they're only wanting you to see what they want you to see so that you'll like them. And unfortunately for me, I'm not really like that. Like, I just kind of say what I think. I'm not a person that would disrespect anybody anyway. So I'm not an ugly person. I believe everybody should just do whatever makes sense to them, you know. But a lot of people out there make videos it's not really their true character, you know, but they want you to watch their content, so they don't want to be derogatory, you know. They want to gain viewers, so, you know, they create a personality that may attract somebody. If you really knew how they were in real life, you would think totally different, but that's not what they're trying to share on the internet. They're not trying to really share their real life. They're just trying to get you to watch their videos. Take a little break here. Thumbs are hurting. I've talked about my thumbs, and people have sent me cures for arthritis. But I made a video, had x-rays done, had a lot of tests. I don't have rheumatoid arthritis. I have like a carpal tunnel syndrome. And anyway, working through it. I know there's a specialist in Bangkok that they can do it has to be done like under a microscope, because the joints are so small in the thumb, to try to get like a stem cell treatment. And that'll be my next adventure if it starts to get worse. Anyway, guys, look, we're all just trying to make it through this crazy world. I think we should all just try to figure out how to just be a better human being, you know. Stop hating on your fellow human, you know. Everybody's just trying to make it. Everybody's trying to have some kind of purpose in their life and enjoy the short time that they have, you know. There's no sense of wasting your energy on hating what somebody else is doing, you know. Just try to work on yourself, and then I think it won't bother you as much about what other people are doing in their life, you know, really. We're back on the road. Okay, I'm home. First one that attacks me, cow gum. You excited, huh?
Oh, your baby over there. Just add lamb yesterday. And been sleeping for a long time.
Stinky?
What's that about?
Working on something over there, maybe fixing some holes. There's Matt Them. Hamon Leo.
5 โมงแล้ว
Hamon Leo.
อ้าวลาบไก่ ยักษ์มากินลาบไก่แล้ว
Lap guy.
ลงมาลงวันนี้นะเหลือปลาไว้ผัดกะเพรา
Yay.
กินมักซารี่นะแล้วซีนิ่งๆท้องอ่ะเนี่ยกินมักซารี่แล้วมากับขนมสุดท้ายซื้อถุงมาไว้กินเกี่ยวกับเป็นหมูท้อง
I have no idea what they're doing over here, digging everything up. I gotta go buy some ice. So this is my normal diet, my pretty much everyday diet here in Thailand. It's not French fries and pizza and hamburgers and this and that. I would say even with traveling 90% of the time, I'm eating Thai food. So I really enjoy Thai food. Oh, I left here at 93 kilo, now I'm 90. All that golfing did me good. All right, guys, gonna end today's video. They're still out here working. Happy to be home. I'm tired. We've decided not to go to Hat Yai. I'll tell you guys tomorrow what's going on. We're gonna take a walk through the town. They got a lot of stuff they're working on here, a lot of projects. We'll go check out the town tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming with me on this trip. I got some good ideas for our next trip coming up in the next couple of days. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.